Speaking of Sony, Sony apparently has plans to do an animated Super Mario Brothers movie.
Really?
With it's going to be produced by Alvi Alred, who, if you don't know, he was a producer that produced a lot of the early Marvel films, Spider-Man and X-Men, those type of characters. So yeah, about over 2 decades since the live action film, Mario may be coming back to the big screen in animated form. I think this is a brilliant idea.
What happened to the Sonic the Hedgehog movie?
You said that thing too. It was like, are you guys gonna do Sonic? Maybe they're gonna do Sonic and they're gonna do Super Mario Brothers and then they'll have a Worlds Collide thing with Sonic and wow, that'd be awesome. You think about Sonic and Mario movie? Oh, that'd be awesome.
It goes back to like, remember when Fox said that they were trying to buy Warner Brothers and they could legally make a crossover between like the Superman and like the X-Men? I'm like, Marvel would be pissed.
Oh wow, that'd be awesome. Marvel, I agree. Oh, that'd be awesome.
Marvel would have been pissed, but I'd have been like, "Oh, day one."
Well, that actually, doing a Mario Sonic kind of crossover would be a lot easier because Sonic is basically a Nintendo character now anyway. So,
and, like, I don't think Nintendo would mind. Like, they're basically holding Sega's hand and saying, It's like, we're gonna help you. Like, so, okay, I see Mario and Sonic as more like friends. Like, even back in the day, it was like the companies were at each other's throats, and Mario and Sonic were along for the ride. Like, what are you gonna do? And like Sonic doing not so well with his new games, and Mario's kind of like backing over. Like, what's the matter, Sonic? Talking to Mario. What's going on?
So a Mario animated movie. What do you think about that?
What took him so long?
Exactly, I was thinking the same thing.
Like, it's what I said with the Sonic movie. What took him so long?
You know, the great thing I hear about it is that they said it's animated. Now this animated cross live action crap. We want animated.
And so
pure
is it CGI?
Animation. Whether it's CGI animation or hand drawn, I just want animated because I think that's the way to go. And especially with a property like Mario, I think it's no matter how good, even if you made a live action Mario and made it true to the game, it's gonna look pretty silly. So if it's animated though, you have a little more, free space.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
stuff that animation can get away with looks pretty silly to jump that way.
What do you think the story would be?
Typical Mario bullshit.
And what's wrong with Mario bullshit?
That it never changes.
That's another thing too.
Peach gets kidnapped, Mario's got to save her, Bowser gets his butt kicked, the end.
That's another thing too. I really do feel like, I really feel like.
See, this is why I really like Super Mario Sunshine, because there was a huge twist.
I know, it just feels like you and most of the people who listen to our ramblings aren't big fans of Mario for that reason.
No, I am a big fan of Mario, but see, here's the thing. I like Super Mario RPG. Big twist. Bowser wasn't the main villain anymore. Mm-hmm. Super Mario, Paper Mario. Again, Bowser, not the main villain. It was some other guy. Super Mario Sunshine. Bowser was the main villain, but it was a huge twist. And then, yeah, basically, like as good as Super Mario Galaxy was in terms of gameplay, it was still the same thing.
Okay, so it's a Mario movie about the twist. Do you think it would be successful?
Wow. Ain't that the $1 million question?
Everyone's trying to call us now.
Well, that was a lot of beeps. Cool. Yeah.
Anyway, I think this is good. I think it's a real good idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea. The kids are gonna go see it, definitely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but a lot of Mario fans definitely will go and see it. Yeah, I think it'll be a successful movie, like worldwide box office success. Yeah, I don't know, possible, maybe.
And this kind of leads on to the next thing. It seems like we're maybe on the verge of maybe like a new evolution in video games being turned into movies. Because we have this one, we have the Sonic the Hedgehog, we have...
I need to look for news on that. What happened to that?
Yeah, I hope there's still many. Assassin's Creed, World of Warcraft. Now...
How do you make a movie out of an MMO?
Oh, they'll find a way. And now we have another news where Sega apparently has developed their own movie studio, and they are now want to develop their classic IPs into live-action movies.
Yes.
And these live-action IPs include Golden Axe.
Yes.
Altered Beast.
Yes.
Shinobi.
Yes.
A game called Crazy Taxi, which I'm not...
Oh, you haven't played Crazy Taxi?
Crazy Taxi.
Oh, you missed out.
Virtua Fighter.
Yes.
And Streets of Rage.
Fuck yes. Oh my god.
It's going to be called, like, Stories International.
Streets of Rage is a movie that should have been made in the 80s.
It seems very 80s.
It is. It is
very
80s.
80s.
It is. Yeah. Just look at the villains you fight. They're so 80s stereotypes. You got the dudes with the claws and like the overalls. You got your typical like grease monkey.
Yeah.
You got your WWE wrestler. Like,
yeah.
It's a total 80s like fighter.
Yeah.
This is what should. It's like if you were to make a Contra movie, you'd have to do it in 80s style. There's no getting around it. Or you'd have to do it Expendables, 80s style. You got to bring in Reb Brown. You got to bring in Arnold Schwarzenegger. You got to bring in Stallone.
I don't know how good these films are. They may be a bunch of shellac, but it would be interesting
Who
to
cares?
watch.
Like, could you imagine? Like, I even started writing a script for a Contra movie where, like, Reb Brown and Stallone are in the scene, and they're the Contra guys. And like Reb Brown's like, I invented a new gun. I call it the spread. And then like Stallone picks it up, and it's like 5 shotguns duct taped together, and he's like, "It's just 5 shotguns duct taped together." And Reb Brown's like, "Yeah." Oh yeah! And there's gonna be aliens thrown in there. You're gonna see a lot of action, like yeah, with the guns. Like, oh god, yeah, a Contra movie with Reb Brown, Stallone, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. You gotta do it.
I'm actually more interested in a possible Golden Axe film.
Yeah, like on one condition: every time somebody dies, we gotta hear it. If you guys have not played Golden Axe on the Sega Genesis, it is hilarious when you kill somebody.
It's so schlocky. It's gonna be great.
Because every time somebody dies in that game, it's just you hear like this huge death streak. It's funny.
Another one that could possibly translate, or at least one of the better ones that could translate, could be a Shinobi movie.
Oh yeah,
because it's ninja stuff.
Yeah, it's easy. It's an easy concept.
Yeah. So what do you think about these IPs?
Hold on, wait. If they're gonna do a Shinobi movie, they gotta work with Sony, and they gotta get the rights to Spider-Man. They gotta go to
DC and Warner's,
and they gotta get Batman, and they gotta go to Toho and get Godzilla. They gotta get the Terminator.
Oh my god.
Yeah, apparently Shinobi, he's so badass that he can kill Batman, he can kill Spider-Man, Godzilla, the Terminator, all in the same day. Until somebody sued somebody.
Oh, dear Lord.
This happened, people.
Oh. I'm like, oh man, this is so funny.
Give me a Streets of Rage movie.
You know what? That would be fun to watch.
I needed this movie 20 years ago.
With the same music and everything.
20 years ago, I wanted this movie.
So what do you think? Do you think these video game movies have any chance of being actually good?
Yes, there is. Again, like it really comes down to what hands they're in and how they decide to go about it. Like again, Crazy Taxi. I'm not sure how you're gonna make a story out of that, but well, good luck. Because the name is really what it is. Crazy Taxi. You're a taxi cab driver. You drive like a maniac. And you get people to their destinations, and that's the game. That's the game right there. You're just a taxi cab driver, and you just drive people like Grand Theft Auto. You don't kill anybody, but that's the game. Crazy Taxi.
Altered Beast would be interesting. Power up.
Altered Beast not. It's a pretty easy concept too.
Yeah.
Like, there's not much of a story there, so yeah, you could pretty much easy throw together one.
Yeah. So these, I guess, could be whether or not they'd be good. Well, it depends on.
Golden Axe, you got to film it like 300.
Right.
you got another 300 movie right there.
Oh, and they also do another one on a game called Rise of Nightmares. I'm not sure if you've.
I'm not too familiar with that one, but yeah, the other one's definitely like yes.
Yeah. So there you go. Old Sega IPs coming to the big screen.
Yeah, a Mario movie again. Like, yeah, it'll at the very least it'll be successful. Like kids will go see it. Like gamers will go see it. Adults with any sort of fascination for Mario will go see it. Box office worldwide success, doubtful, but possible. The Sega movies, however, they have quite a big fan base, like quite a big cult following. Like, yeah, I even posted like, yeah, you go to Food Max and you go to like you pick up some of those magazines, they're still talking about Streets of Rage.
All right.
So yeah, it's quite possible. Like movie of the year,
Probably not, but
good concepts, possible.
could be interesting.
Day one for me.
Well, so there you go.
So yeah, it's exciting. I'd like to see where that goes.
Right.